being a balance, true, all those things are true. But nobody really owes you anything. And the work that we do is really important work, and it's super intimate work. I mean, I think about the things in the course of my life, even, in the last 5 years of my life, or 10 years of my life, the things that I've personally gone through in my life. And I think, I cannot imagine having to have a third person in this room with me right now. I can't imagine it. And if I've been through infertility, I've been through, counseling, I've been through, I'm just really an out there kind of authentic person. It is what it is. I just believe in authenticity. I don't like the mask and the fakeness and all that ridiculous. But, I don't want that third person in the room with me. Mm-hmm. And if I had to have a third person in the room with me, if I became deaf tomorrow, you can bet I would be handpicking who I wanted. And think of how infrequently that can happen for a deaf person. It happens occasionally. But to really be able to handpick that person and say, I want you because I trust you. I trust that you're interpreting faithfully the message. I trust that you're keeping your mouth shut. And really, when I really think about it, for me, when I try to put myself in a deaf person's shoes, I think what I really want is that they're not judging me. That they're not making an evaluation of why I'm here, who I am, how this impacts my life. And that's why I say you really have to know yourself, too. Because we as interpreters can bring all of that, we can impose all of that upon people, even if we don't say it directly. The way we choose to convey the message, what our face is saying, if it's not syncing up with what our hands are saying, often this is what's conveying the message more than this, or the body language. We have to be really careful. For example, for me, infertility stuff, obviously, when I was going through that, or the first, after the first few years of coming to terms with it and realizing that this was my life, and that's okay. I would have never interpreted for people going through birthing classes. Even if I thought it was okay, I wouldn't have done it, because I can't help but think that subconsciously somewhere it was going to be super painful. And even if I wasn't interpreting it, I was probably interpreting it in my take. So, things like that. Now it's not an issue anymore. I'm fine with it. But if I had a team person that I trusted, I would say to them, if you happen to know this, let me know. Because then I need to withdraw from this job. I need somebody else to do that. So that's what I mean about know yourself. And give yourself a cushion. Everybody's got something baggage. You can have the best life in the world. But we all have something.
I got a big old trailer. Baggage. Big.
I hear you.
I want you to add to that point that you bring up, and I think it's such a big point, this idea of, if I was deaf, I'd handpick my interpreter. And I can't tell you how many people I've run up against who have such issue with that. I don't know.
Put yourself in their shoes.
Put yourself, but we don't have the pool, and we don't have the resources, and this is who we have, and, You don't say that.
So rude.
Oh, you're just, I'm like, what? Wait, what? What are you talking about?
Bad interpreter.
Whatever. You know what I mean? It strikes me as, if anybody told you that you couldn't pick your doctor, or you couldn't pick, the person that does your nails, or we'd be out of our minds.
See, I think one of the biggest things you need to do as an interpreter, and if you're not gifted this way, you need to work your butt off and cultivate it, and that's perspective taking.
Yeah.
You have got to be able to take the perspective even of the a-hole doctor and try to figure out what is really his concern. He doesn't want me here. Why am I that deep? He's intimidated. He's not a confident doctor until he's concerned. He's maybe afraid that I'm giving advice. Maybe he's really concerned, and he's afraid that I can't possibly, because I haven't had medical training like he's had, I can't possibly be conveying the message to this person the way he could, and he trusts his writing in English more than he trusts what he can't understand that he's teaching me. So how am I going to address that concern? You have to constantly be thinking about that. What's really the concern? I mean, you're seeing anger, you're seeing pickiness, you're seeing lack of respect, you're seeing arrogance, you're seeing all that. Kind of look past it and try to figure out that's really just the cloak of something that's really going on there. And try to really get at what might the concern be and address the concern, not the person. But perspective taking is huge. Try to imagine yourself in your life right now and think about some of the intimate things in your life that have happened. Going to have an OBGYN exam. A multitude of other things. I don't want just anybody there with me. Especially, sometimes you have people who are